Hello, welcome. I'm here today with Alan Ammann from our gallery here in Provincetown, the Bowersock Gallery. If you want to see his work, just go to thebowersockgallery.com and check out Alan Ammann. Hey, Alan, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing really well. Getting ready to get things going here in Provincetown and getting excited to see some of the new work that you have coming in.
Awesome.
And when we first met you, you were basically training under Dennis Perrin, who's a very still life in the sense of the candles and the tablecloths and the unbelievable figures that he did, and you did incredible work with that. And then all of a sudden, this comes out of you, and this is amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a transformation. It was long in the making. And Dennis is a brilliant teacher. I know how to paint because of Dennis Perrin, and he really taught me all the fundamentals. So to execute a painting like this, it's very much about the fundamentals and knowing how to paint, which is really just applying, oil with pigment powder in it, but all the permutations of that. So it was funny. We were sharing a studio in Rollinsford, New Hampshire.
I remember.
Yeah. And we had a joint open studio, and we had all our paintings set up, and his wife came in, Amy, and she looked around, and I think she was trying to give me a compliment, but it really stuck with me. She said, "Well, I can't tell your paintings apart." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." As the student who admires this, I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." And then a second later I was like, "Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
As an artist, that's really not what you want to hear." So
right, you want your own style.
Yeah, exactly. So, it was a lot of kind of mad scientist in the basement in terms of coming up with the prop. I realized I needed to come up with my own process from start to finish. So Dennis has in fact, he sells it as the Dennis method, and he's actually gotten international acclaim for that method. And it's a distilled version of the very traditional oil painting old master methods. And I realized if you're painting the same subject matter using the exact same method, your paintings ultimately at some point are going to bear a resemblance based on that. So I realized I had to kind of tear the structure down to build it back up. And I just experimented with, I was using models and like creating little vignettes and taking paper and experimenting with light and basically just saying, okay, how do I create a process for creating a painting that is completely idiosyncratic, completely my own thing. And once that started to unfold and I started to see that there were things happening that really resonated with me visually, then I just followed those things and then ended up, hopefully, because I think that the job of an artist is to, well, John Berryman has a great quote about that. It's add to the stock of available reality, which is kind of an amazing phrase. And so add to that thing. And I had this real desire to be a part of that conversation. And that's where that came from.
Well, your paintings definitely do that. The conversations that people have in the galleries, is it a restaurant? Is it a bar? Is it through a prism? Is what intrigues people. And they're definitely becoming very highly collectible. And our clients are loving what we put up when we put up the new work by you. I can't wait to see what we have coming from you this summer. So
awesome.
I want to thank you, Alan, for talking to me today. And again, to see Alan's work, go to the Bowersock Gallery and look up Alan Ammann and check it all out. It's going to be great. Thank you.